Good morning, Virgo. Welcome to Lit Intuition Tarot. I'm Kay, and today I'm going to be doing a general Celtic Cross reading for your week ahead, well, including today, that is. While I shuffle, just want to mention a few things. In the description box below, where you click on More, there is a tentative schedule that I'm going to be sticking to here at first. I will make changes as things progress and I see how things are flowing. This is a very new channel. I started it about a year ago, and some things came up in my life that caused me to put this aside. So now I'm kind of trying to revive it. So any likes, shares, subscriptions, hitting the notification bell so that you see when my future readings post, all of that would be greatly appreciated. Also, I have a list of the decks that I use in the box below and a link to my website where you can book a personal reading or donate to the channel if so inclined. One more shuffle here for you, Virgo. And let's see what Spirit has to tell us about your week. Okay. Spirit, please show me the overall energy for Virgo. And I don't take cards when they fall on the floor, so if you see me grabbing them and putting them back in the deck, that's why. Spirit, please show me the overall energy for Virgo this week. Alright. So we have the Hanged Man that flipped over. This is Major Arcana for Pisces energy. I'm using Ask the Witches Tarot, I think it's called. Or maybe just the Witches Tarot. I haven't seen it a lot. Just one of the decks that I use frequently because I seem to connect well with it. Now for your obstacle or challenge, you have the Two of Wands, Aries energy. Spirit, please show me the goal or highest, best possible outcome for Virgo this week. Show me the goal for Virgo this week, Spirit. Alright. Cards are being a little bit stubborn. Nothing's flipping over yet. Keep in mind, as I do your weekly readings, they will change formats and spreads, so it'll be a little bit different from week to week. Now for the goal or highest possible outcome here, we have the Strength card, Major Arcana for Leo energy. Some of you could be on the Leo-Virgo cusp. Can't take that. Please show me what's below. Okay. So for what you have below, we've got the Knight of Batons showing up, also known as the Knight of Wands. And if you don't want to see the placement of the cards, feel free to fast forward until you see them all laid on the table, which is when I will read the interpretation for you in whole. So for the recent past, what's behind, we have the Four of Cups, Cancerian energy. Thank you, Spirit. Please show me what's before Virgo in the near future for this week. Oops. What you have before in the near future, Queen of Cups, more Cancerian energy. Water in general, so can also refer to Pisces or Scorpio energy, but I generally see the Queens as being the cardinal sign of an element, just for your information. Take it as it resonates. Spirit, please show me Virgo's outlook or approach this week. For your outlook or approach position, we have the Fool card showing up. Major Arcana for Aries or Aquarius energy. Please show me what is in Virgo's house, energy surrounding them at this time. Woo! Okay, I don't know if you guys saw that on camera. A bunch of cards fell out and flew on the floor. I'm going to pick them up in just a moment. For what's in your house or environment, we have the Queen of Batons, also known as the Queen of Wands. Alright, let me stop here for just a second. Pick these cards up. I don't, like I said, sometimes I glance at the cards that flip over underneath the top card if there's more than one, or I look at the cards that fall on the floor, just kind of for context and reference to help me see the overall energy, but I don't include them in the reading. I'll mention them if they seem, especially significant. Okay. Spirit, please show me hopes and fears for Virgo this week. In your hopes and fears position, we have the Lovers, which has come out, I think, for almost every reading I've done in the last couple of days for all the signs. Interesting. That's major arcana for Gemini energy. And just taking a look here, we have 4 major arcanas in your spread. One more card left to go. Once it hits 4, I start just kind of taking notice. Average is usually 3 to 4 per reading or less. So, well, average would be, you wouldn't say or less for average, but you get my drift. Okay, Virgo, so please, Spirit, show me the final outcome within the next 6 weeks to 3 months for Virgo based on their energy this week. And for the final outcome position, we do have the Moon, the 5th major arcana, showing up now in your reading. And that is for Pisces and Cancerian energy. I'll go ahead and interpret this spread for you. And then when I'm done, I'll pull 3 cards from the bottom of the deck to show what you don't see coming or may want to be aware of. With the Hanged Man as the overall energy, crossed with the obstacle or challenge of the Two of Wands, I'm seeing, Virgo, that you may be in an energy of suspension where you know that there's a choice to be made, and it's an important one. Something that could significantly impact your future and the path that you're on. So, you may be feeling a little bit stuck, or like there are certain sacrifices that you have to make because something has come to your attention recently that helps you to, or causes you to, whether you see it as beneficial or not, see things from a different perspective. Maybe you've been recently enlightened about something, and now you're in this spot where you're just at the precipice of choosing a path one way or another. Strength as your goal or highest possible outcome. Strength is, as I mentioned before, Leo energy, and it's about bravery and boldness and confronting your fears with courage. It's also about having compassion for yourself and others. Getting a very bold, magnanimous feeling from this card right now. So, have confidence, and the goal is to not give up. If there are missed opportunities, which is coming up a little bit in your spread for the past position, or you're feeling stuck or a little inconsistent with the Knight of Batons below about maybe exactly what it is that you were going for. Even if you don't have a specific goal in mind, which it's always beneficial to do, it's saying that, stand strong in the knowledge that you are working toward what you want to achieve in your life at this time. And that's going to be different for everybody, of course. So with the Knight of Batons below, as I said, this could be just a very carefree, excited, enthusiastic type of energy moving towards something. The Knight of Batons can be a bit fickle and inconsistent. So, whereas we say the Knight of Pentacles always arrives at his destination, the Knight of Batons can be kind of I see it sometimes as not in a bad way, and I'm not diagnosing anyone or suggesting that you have ADHD, but I kind of see it as that type of vibe. So that's kind of what's below in your subconscious energy you have to work with right now. In the recent past with the Four of Cups, you may have been offered something that you rejected, or you may have offered something to someone else that was rejected by them, and this could feel like a missed opportunity to you. I'll leave that there and move on to the near future position where we have the Queen of Cups. So that's lovely, Virgo. I see this as your energy, but you can reverse roles as necessary if there's someone else in your energy that's on your mind. Doesn't have to be a female, as there is no gender in tarot, but this can represent a person or an energy of love. You know, someone who's creative, or you know, there's a sense of intuition and kindness and love. And the Queen of Cups, she's very emotional, very sweet, kind. So I see this energy coming into your life in the near future. Outlook or approach with the Fool. There's an urge to sort of break free of this stagnancy of, you know, maybe being between two options or between paths. You want to just, you know, you're deciding that you're just going to take a leap of faith, maybe not even with being totally prepared or knowledgeable about the outcome or where you're heading. You know, you want a brand new beginning. And I'm really picking up on, you know, the faith aspect here for you strongly at this time, Virgo, which is wonderful. Of course, you do want to inform yourself to the best of your ability when making a choice, but at the same time, there comes a point where you can just become overloaded with information and trying to decide pros and cons, and you just need to go for it. So I'm seeing that arising in your consciousness. With the Queen of Batons, or Wands, in your energy. So it's not yours, but that of people, places, or events around you. Someone or an energy of confidence, self-assurance. This could be a significant person in your life, since it is showing up in your reading, who, you know, is a go-getter. They go after what they want. They know that they're going to get what they want. They're usually very fiery and passionate, physically attractive, you know, charismatic. So I'm going to clarify that at the end, just to see what it is that this person may be going for, or what they want, what they're so confident about. I don't always clarify on this weekly reading, but I do want to clarify that one. We have two queens, and sometimes two, and I see two of the same court position, you know, of different elements. I like to pry into why. Now, with the Lovers as a hope and fear, you do want to achieve union. You do want to make this choice. You do want to be of one mind. It may even be a yearning to unite with another person in some type of deep soulmate or twin flame connection. And, you know, there's that element of choice in there, as I've already mentioned, which ties into the Two of Wands as your obstacle. So as a fear, you may choose even making a choice. But, you know, you do hope to be able to do that and take that leap forward. So that's kind of that wavering back and forth energy that can be, you know, annoying to deal with. And to top it off, we do have with the Moon as a final outcome. I believe I'll clarify that one too, although sometimes I find that when I try to clarify the Moon, it's kind of like, well, the Moon is unclear in and of itself, so, and as a major arcana, perhaps Spirit doesn't want it clarified, but that will become obvious when I attempt to. The Moon is about anxieties, fears, you know, on the negative side, but more neutrally, it can just be about, you know, mystery and deep emotions that perhaps we're not looking at. There's an air of mystery. So, and I think that's what's kind of propelling you to have that Fool energy right now, Virgo, because you don't necessarily know, based on the choice that you're making, what the end result will be. I can sense that perhaps, you know, with this Four of Cups in your recent past, what you're coming from may have been negative enough to kind of give you a jolt and wake you up out of a sort of apathy, and make you realize that you're forced to make a decision one way or another, regardless of the outcome. So let's go ahead and clarify those last two cards real quick before I pull what you don't see coming or may want to know at the bottom of the deck. So we're going to have a few more shuffles here for this with the Spellcaster's Tarot, which I often use to clarify my readings. Again, you can fast forward if you don't want to sit through me shuffling. I have a rather rudimentary setup as far as filming goes, and so I can't like pause the video and then restart recording it. I have to actually stop it and then record another video and make it into a part 2. And for readings this short in length, 30 minutes or less, I don't really want to break it up into 2 parts. So I appreciate your patience. Just a few more shuffles left to go. I don't know if I mentioned this in my introduction while I shuffle, but if you do happen to check out my website with the link in the description box, I also offer personalized avatar birth charts. And that's just like a cute little zodiac wheel with an avatar of yourself that I create from a photo that you provide. And it just shows exactly where all the planets and important placements were at the time and in the place of your birth in the night sky. It's easy to find birth charts online and for free as well, but mine just kind of puts a little bit of an artistic touch to it, and it's very easy for you to see at a glance where important placements are. So if you're watching a reading, when someone says, oh, moon in Libra may be significant, then you can just glance and see where your moon is off of your chart. So without having to, open up a file or plug it into a calculator. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify the Lovers as your hopes and fears, and the Moon as your final outcome. 3 cards or less, Spirit, please, or I'll take the top card. So we got 3 cards. We're going to take them all. To clarify the Lovers, we have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy, then the Knight of Swords. I see that as Aquarius or Gemini, but can also be indicative of Libra. And the Ten of Wands, Sagittarius energy. Okay. So I see in your hopes and fears here with the Lovers and then these clarifying cards that, you may be attempting to manifest some sort of truth coming in and quickly to help you feel more secure about this decision. It's creating more of a burden for you though. So I'm sensing sort of like trying to take control and maybe map out every scenario in your head. If I choose this way, then this is going to happen. And it's creating like a lot of just excess static in your mind that's not going to affect the outcome, and it may not help you out, as far as your peace of mind. So, you do have a lot of tools at your disposal to try to manifest different information coming in and different outcomes, but ultimately it's just going to bog you down more, is what I'm getting from that. And we'll clarify the Moon now, Virgo. Spirit, please clarify the Moon as a final outcome for Virgo this week. 3 cards or less, or I'll take the top card. Okay. Please clarify the Moon for Virgo. Okay, we have 1 card that flipped over, and it's the Queen of Wands again. Aries energy, also Leo or Sagittarius. The very act of taking this leap of faith and of choosing a path, it's like, this may sound strange, but that's actually just the right choice to make, is making a choice. Now, we don't have complete and total control maybe over every aspect of our lives, because we have to take into account the will of the divine and the universe. However, we do all have a degree of free will where we are able to make choices. There's probably dozens, hundreds even, of choices, little things that we make every day without even being conscious of it. And this is saying that, this other person and your energy showing up as the Queen of Wands, maybe it's somebody you're looking at with admiration, or even a little bit of envy is too strong a word, but like, how are they achieving what they're achieving, or how are they getting what they're getting? And, this person isn't wavering between options. They've set their mind on what they're going for. And so by just taking that power back, Virgo, you're going to achieve what you want. You're going to have the confidence and the charisma and the motivation. So although the path, or the end of the path, I should say, may be unclear, it's choosing one and committing to it that's going to really get you where you'd like to go. Finally, I'm going to pull 3 cards from the bottom of the deck that will show us what you may not see coming and what you might want to know. And then we'll close the reading. So I'm going back to the original deck, and the bottom 3 cards, we're starting out with the Ace of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. Then we've got the Eight of Wands, Sagittarius, excuse me, and the Ten of Wands again, Sagittarius energy. This is saying almost the same thing that your clarifier said for the Lovers. Basically, a truth may come in. This can bring clarity. This, communication with a person may be resurrected or begin, and it's going to be a lot of communication about this, perhaps from a distance, but just continuing to try to find out more and more is only going to bog you down and confuse the issue. With the Ten of Wands, those can be burdens. It's at the end of the cycle, so yeah, it's getting to the place where you're ready to let down those burdens and start over again. But you might want to just try to actively do that now and realize that maybe in this particular case, whatever decision that you're intending to make doesn't need any more information. You already know what you need to know to make the decision that's best for you, Virgo. Very empowering. So with that, I'll end the reading. Again, please like, share, subscribe, and check out the description box below for any further information. Thank you guys for your time and attention, and I hope you have a wonderful day.